Think I got my swagger back.
And look at us, huh? What's it been like? 11 months since I last uploaded a YouTube video? There's so much to talk about, so much has changed. I have bangs now, let's get that out of the way. I also live in a different area code than I did before. But things have been going very, very well. With that being said, let's get straight to it, man. Let's go over my 23 most recent pickups since it's 2023. I don't know about you, but I'm in my late 20s. So with that being said, I feel like a chronological inclination to enjoy things such as buying furniture and stuff for my house almost as much as I do with sneakers and clothes. So the first couple of pickups reflect that. With the first thing actually being a TV stand from Article. It's the Seno model in this beautiful oak colorway. Definitely brightens up my living room and it's great for storage. And in addition to that, I have art all around my house. I think art's a super important part just to express your personality within your own space. Whether they're from your friends, like some of these are, or just ones you saw on the internet and thought were cool. And they don't gotta be extremely expensive or anything like that. Because you know we're still Frugal Boys approved. Come on now. Ain't nothing changed. And next to art, I think a good medium to express yourself would definitely be books. I have books ranging from a variety of things, but honestly, all of them tie from just things I'm interested in, whether that's sneakers, clothing, art, and everything in between. And if you're not a big reader, I totally get it. I used to be the same way, but I will tell you this. Anytime someone's come over and saw a book on my shoe rack or at my coffee table, it's always sparked a pretty sick conversation on something I was already interested in, so it never hurts to have them around. And speaking of shoe rack, that's another pickup I actually had. And this is not your everyday shoe rack. Let's get that straight. This one's actually from a brand called Open Spaces, and I believe they're based in California. And this thing is sick. I'm not gonna lie though. I got it straight off TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. And follow me on there if you're not already. And at the top of the adults pickups list, we have the Dyson V15 cordless vacuum. This thing is crazy. Sleek, versatile, and you can vacuum anywhere. And in addition to that, it was expensive as shit. So I do hope it lasts like a good 4 or 5 generations, so my grandkids can see exactly what type of technology you and I were rocking with in 2023. You dig! Accessory wise, I did pick up 2 bags, the first of which actually being a Kapital Snuffkin bag in the purple paisley colorway. That was a tongue twister, yo. Damn. Great bag, pretty minimalistic, but the pattern and the overall craftsmanship has been holding up super well. And every time I wear it out, people do compliment it. So great bag. And the other bag is a Uniqlo drawstring shoulder bag. Pretty simplistic once again, but this thing flew. Super viral on TikTok and Instagram, so you probably can't get it now. But I'll make sure to leave a couple of alternatives in the description below. Really a simple bag, couple of pockets, but it just goes with a lot because it's in a great neutral colorway. And lastly, in terms of accessories, I have this Apple Watch. Obviously, I look like Kim Possible right now. But with that being said, it's pretty useful. I mainly use it for fitness and tracking steps as well as my heart rate. But there's lots of applications you can use on that, and it just makes life that much more convenient. So now I know what you're thinking. Is it worth the money? I wouldn't say it is. But if you already have stuff in the Apple ecosystem, it definitely doesn't hurt to have, if that makes sense. Jacket-wise, I'm not going to lie to you. We do have a couple of heaters, with the first one actually being this vintage leather biker jacket. Super affordable, coming in at a grand total of $100 Canadian. Fits like a glove, genuine leather and hardware. And shout out to the homie for sourcing it and getting it to me, which is always appreciated. Next, we have the Cactus Plant Flea Market, or CPFM for short, cowboy fleece in this crazy snow cone colorway. And honestly, I don't gotta say too much. Very, very eccentric color selection, but perfect for the summertime. And who doesn't love a good fleece, right? And lastly, we have something that you definitely don't come across every day. A 3-way collaboration between Stussy, Our Legacy, and Denim Tears on this beautiful varsity jacket in this black, white, and red colorway. Honestly, this thing is simply a work of art, and I look forward to keeping this in my collection and passing it down for generation to come, similar to that vacuum. 2 pairs of pants I want to talk about. The first one really has me on my Mona the Vampire swag, being the Rick Owens Dark Shadow Lounge pants. These things are sick. Super oversized with elongated drawstrings, and they really give up that moody look. With the second pair being a collaboration between Engineer Garments and Palace in this beautiful Gore-Tex material with all of these pockets. These pants retailed pretty high, but honestly, I would say it's pretty justifiable. For what you're getting and the amount of snack storage you have, it is definitely worth the money, in my opinion. Clothing wise, spring is here, allegedly, and summer's around the corner, so I do want to keep things colorful. Starting off with this Adidas Jamaica jersey, which is in collaboration with Wales Bonner, who's also a Jamaican designer. So obviously gotta cop this. Big on heritage, and this colorway goes crazy. And I had a great time wearing this in Colombia. Next we have the Stussy crew neck in this beautiful slime green colorway. I have a feeling that this slime green is going to be a big colorway this season. But nevertheless, I didn't have anything this color in my wardrobe, so I think it was a great addition for sure. Honestly, just a cool piece. Speaking of Stussy, we have this beautiful Stussy orange work shirt. The Stussy workwear line I've always enjoyed a lot in terms of the more boxy silhouettes, and this orange shirt is no exception. Orange is another color I want to incorporate more as we get into the spring. I'm going to be using this a lot in the fall for sure. And lastly, we have this beautiful mohair cardigan from No Maintenance LA, and this thing really gives you Cookie Monster vibes. Every time I've worn it, it's been getting dozens of compliments, and it's just super comfy. Pretty cool piece to have in your wardrobe, to be honest, and I know that they have a lot more colors on their site as well. Plenty of sneaker pickups, obviously, so let's just go with the ones I've been wearing a lot lately, starting with the Nike Dunk Low in the Montreal colorway. It is a homage to Montreal, which is actually the place I live now, taking inspiration from the Saint Viator sesame seed bagels in terms of the upper, as well as that cream toe box, and then a nice blue swoosh. Different area code, a lot more puts in. It's a great city to be in, so if you've never been, definitely check it out. Next, we have another heavy hitter from Montreal, two pairs actually, in the Jound and New Balance collaboration on the 990 V3. Obviously, y'all know about the green pair, but I was lucky enough to hit on a region exclusive brown pair as well. Super comfortable shoe, and I wear these both on a regular basis. And then with that, we have something that may not be as hype, but I think is also a great staple in the sneaker collection. Reebok Club C in this nice white colorway with the gum bottoms. Super versatile. I like these eons more than I like Air Force Ones, and I think they're definitely worth a second look from you as well. And you know the list would not be anywhere near complete without having the Jordan 1 Lost and Found on there. One of my most anticipated releases from last year, and honestly a all-time classic shoe. Nothing too crazy in terms of colorway, just super wearable, and honestly something I believe that everybody should have in their sneaker collection. And the last two things on this list are seemingly random, but have ended up being pretty useful, with this first one being this oversized lunch tray from Jound. And I laugh when I say that because when I say it out loud, I'm thinking like, yo, I really spend money on random stuff. All in all, I actually use it as a catch-all right beside my bed, so all the things I use on a daily basis end up falling there. Honestly, life changer in terms of organization, so you don't gotta go this level with it, but definitely worth having some type of catch-all or bowl in your room. And the last pickup on this list is actually a car air freshener. You heard me right, a car air freshener from Billionaire Boys Club, or BBC for short. And the reason why this pickup is so important to me is what it represents. A lot of you probably started getting into this clothing thing around the same time I did, in your early teens or maybe even like your preteens. I remember getting my first shirt from BBC. I was so hyped, man. I can still remember the day when I went to a local store in Ottawa called Normal. I bought it and I wore that shirt like every 5 days. I was so hyped. So that's the same feeling I get when I pick up clothes and sneakers today. It just really reminded me of that real passion for life and just that like yearning to do more. And that's what really keeps me in this, and I'm sure it does the same thing for you. When you get something new, when you have certain experiences, you're really like, oh, this reminds you of when it all started. So I got this car air freshener. It's in the shape of a astronaut's head. And what Pharrell said in terms of this logo was, if man can make it to the moon, then his friends should be able to make it out of the hood. And that's a story I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, just in terms of coming from humble beginnings and really taking it above and beyond anything you could ever imagine. And on the back of this car air freshener is a mantra I have been following since I first heard of BBC that I've been applying to my life. And it reads, wealth is of the heart and mind, not the pocket. And we'll leave it at that. I think it's a great statement to follow within your life, and just remember to not forget your passions. Yeah, money's great, but ultimately it comes down to what impact are you having on the world? And what are you going to really leave behind when all is said and done? Something to think about for sure. Yeah, I'm in my insightful bag now that I've been off for some time, and I've had some time for introspection. But all in all, things have been good. And that's it for today's video. But y'all know the drill. More videos on the way with a bunch of surprises that I can't wait to show you. But before all that, you know what you need to do. Like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you're new. And turn on those post notifications to stay tuned for what I have up next. And in the interim, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at MindYouMalcolm, where I've been really running it up. So I'll let you see for yourself. Peace! Oh wait. Deuces!